Buff Nation, Quanell Farrakhan Jr. is a buff committing to the University of Colorado today. A 4-star guy, no matter what they do after this, a 4-star guy, 36th rated wide receiver in the entire country. We're getting another absolute weapon. Somebody that we compare with Draylon Miller, Cam McHale, Baby T.O., Omari Miller, our great young stable of wide receivers, grow stronger with Farrakhan Jr. I'm sorry I don't have the Ralphie horns. Well, let's go ahead and get to some of his highlights. Big props to beating out these schools for him. UCLA, Alabama, Arizona State, Nebraska. Suck on that. Yeah, how about that corn? Absolutely love it. Let's go ahead and run the highlights. This kid can play big time. And let's go ahead and run it here. This would be awesome to take a look at. And I'll break down a little bit more of his background. I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller. There we go. Move myself over here. How's that? So here's the deal. Big time playmaker. Averaged over 17 yards of reception last season. Over 40 receptions. I believe he had 12 touchdowns on the year. 6 feet, 170 pounds. Going into his senior season at the Woodlands High School in Texas. That's big time Texas high school football. But yes, here are the exact statistics. 46 receptions, 809 yards. That's a 17.6 average. Long of 61, 12 TDs. Over his career, he has 19 touchdowns, over 1,300 yards, and 84 receptions. Big time playmaker. He can run the ball a little bit too. 11 carries, 99 yards, 5 TDs. Okay. All purpose yards last year. Almost 1,200. 1,191 total yards. This guy's an absolute playmaker. He is going to keep defensive coordinators up at night. Look at how he can make the play right there from that like little pooch kick, squib kick, whatever you want to call it. Makes a play out of nothing. He fits the prototype player that Coach Prime's going after. You guys have heard me say somebody that makes a big-time impact, not in one phase of the game, but 2 to 3. 2 minimum. 3 ideally. And he's one of those guys. Plays defense as well. But I imagine he's going to be a wide receiver coming over here. And in my opinion, taking catches from Julian Lewis. And hopefully we'll see him recruit or announce his commitment, rather. Sorry, I'm running on like 2 hours of sleep right now, guys. Announce his commitment next week or shortly after this. Quanell said that Julian Lewis had a big impact on where he was going to end up committing. So take this however you want, but I take this as they're going to want to be playing college football together. Why wouldn't Julian Lewis want to be having somebody like Quanell Farrakhan Jr. to throw to, right? Why wouldn't he? I think this is all shaping up to be a legendary high school class for CU. This might be the first big domino to fall. We'll get a bigger domino with Julian Lewis. And then after that, I don't really have expectations. My expectations are for big things to happen, but that's pretty general. I just expect we're going to see some really interesting recruiting battles start to happen shortly after that. But let me get back to Quanell Farrakhan Jr. He's got NFL in his blood. You can tell he's got elite playmaking ability. Hey, he can tackle too. Don't you love to see a receiver that's comfortable getting physical? So he's not going to be somebody that's shying away from contact, alligator arming, catches, or anything like that. No. He's going to be somebody that provides toughness to this wide receiver group, somebody who's going to be able not only to make big plays, bring in those 50-yard touchdowns and average over 15 yards of reception, right? Yeah, he's also going to be somebody that sets the mentality for this unit in terms of run blocking, in my opinion. He's somebody that's physical enough to set the tone in the room. even though we got some bigger guys as well. So y'all let me know your thoughts on Quanell Farrakhan Jr. I've done so many videos on him. I'm thrilled that this is actually happening. So credit to Coach Prime, the rest of the recruiting staff, and credit to you guys. Feel like your belief is also what's bringing some of this into fruition, right? So give you guys some credit too. So thank you guys so much. I'll be back with another video today. And as always, y'all, go Buffs.